So I'm going to go over how to make our beaded gecko craft. If you came and picked up one of the make and take bags, you'll have all of the supplies that you need in there, but you also may have some of these supplies around your house. So the first thing you will need is at least 24 inches of ribbon. This is like a fabric ribbon that you would get from Walmart or Michael's. So 24 inches at least of that ribbon. You're also going to need a keychain ring. It can either be a circle one like this or one that is more like a hook. You will need a couple different color pony beads. You're going to need 27 of your main body color beads. So I have this kind of fluorescent yellow for my main colored bead. You will need an accent color bead. You need 21 accent colors. So I have this very pale blue color for my accent colors. And you will need just 2 beads of another color for the eyes. So in this case, I have this kind of frosted white clear pony bead for my eyes. So to begin, take your ribbon and fold it in half. So you'll have your tails on one end and you will have a loop on the other end. You're going to take the loop side of your ribbon and you're going to take the keychain ring. You put the loop through the keychain ring, so it's just kind of hanging on there. And then you're going to take the tails of your ribbon and put it back through the ribbon loop. Then you grab your keychain ring and hold onto it and just pull. So it's gonna make a nice tight kind of loop knot on the top of your keychain there. Now I suggest if you have some Scotch tape or whatever kind of tape you have laying around, you're gonna wanna tape the key ring down on your work surface. That's gonna help to hold it tight so it won't slide around on the table when we start making our loops. And then you can go ahead and separate your 2 tails of the ribbon. So I have one on the left and one on the right. So you're gonna take your ribbon, doesn't matter which side you work with, just take one tail of your ribbon and you're going to start with the main body color of your gecko. So in this case, I'm using my fluorescent yellowy colored bead here. You're going to slide that onto the tail of that ribbon. And then you're going to take the ribbon on the opposite side and you're going to put it back through the bead in the opposite direction. And it's gonna make kind of this X. So you have the tail on one side, tail on the other side, and it makes an X through the bead. And then you're going to pull that bead all the way up to the top of your ribbon. Okay. So this is starting the nose of our gecko. Next, you're going to take your ribbon tail, again, doesn't matter, left side or right side. You're going to take 2 of your main body colored beads and thread that onto the ribbon. Then you're going to take the tail from the opposite side and you're going to thread it back through in the opposite direction those 2 beads. Okay, so there's my X and we pull all the way up. Okay, so it's starting to make kind of like this little triangle nose. Next, we need to do the row that has the eyes. So you're going to take one of your eye color beads. You're going to take one of your main body color beads. And you're going to take the other eye color bead. And you're going to thread those on in that order. So you can see there's the white, the yellow, and the white for this row. Then you go ahead, take the tail on the other side, thread it back through, and then you just grab the ends and pull that all the way up to the top. Now we're gonna do another 2 of your main body color bead. Thread those on, take your opposite tail, thread it back through, and pull that nice and tight all the way up. Now we're gonna do one of the legs. For the legs, we're gonna work with just a single ribbon, and then we'll do the other side. So to start, just take one of your ribbons. You're going to take 2 of your main body color beads and put those on the ribbon. And then you're gonna take 1, 2, 3 of your accent color beads. So you're gonna have 5 beads total. You can see I have my 3 blue and my 3 yellow. You can slide them up a little. You're going to take the tail of the same ribbon the beads are on, tail of the same ribbon, and you're going to put it back through just the 2 main body colored beads, and you're going to pull. And it's going to make this loop on the end for the 3 accent color beads. And then you're just going to pull it all the way up until it gets to the top with the other beads. And there we have our first gecko leg. Now we're going to drop the ribbon you just used, and we're going to use the other side so that you can make the leg on the opposite side of the gecko. So again, you're gonna do 2 of your main body color beads. And then you're gonna do 3 of your accent color beads. So there's a total of 5 beads on there. You're gonna slide those up a little bit. Again, using the tail of the same ribbon that your beads are on. You're going to feed it back through the main body color beads, just the 2 main body color beads. And you're going to pull it tight all the way up until it meets the rest of the beads. So we have, so far, our gecko's nose, eyes, and now we have the 2 legs. So we're gonna work on his belly part now. So we're gonna do 1 of your main colored beads. You're gonna do 1 of your accent color beads and another of the main body color beads. So you have 3 beads total on there. And then you're going to take the other side, feed it back through the beads in the opposite direction. This is the same as you were doing for the beginning part before we got to the legs. So it makes that X and we pull it all the way up. Next, we're going to do a main body color bead. You're gonna do 2 of the accent beads. And then 1 of your main body color beads. So you're gonna have 4 beads total on there. Oops, dropped it. So 4 beads total. You take the ribbon on the opposite side, feed it back through all 4 beads. Stuck there. Once you feed it back through all 4 beads, you're gonna pull it nice and tight all the way up to the top. We're gonna repeat that same thing again. So you're gonna have your 4 total beads on the ribbon. There we go. There's my 4 beads, and again, take the opposite side, feed it through those 4 beads. And then pull it all the way up. Now we're gonna go back down, so we're gonna do 1 of your main colored bead, 1 of the accent color beads, and 1 of your main color bead again. So this time I only have 3. You're gonna feed your ribbon back through, pull it tight all the way up. And now we need to work on the back legs. So again, take just 1 ribbon, 1 side, doesn't matter which one you start with. You're going to do 2 of your main body colored beads first. Then you're gonna do 3 of the accent color. You're going to take the tail of that ribbon that you just put the 5 beads on, and it's gonna go back through just the 2, I'll do it this way, just the 2 main colored beads, and it makes that loop for the toes, and you're gonna pull that all the way up. Same as we did for the front legs. So you repeat that for the other side. 2 of your main body color, 3 of your accent color, and then we're gonna take the same tail of that ribbon, go back through just the body color, and you're going to pull it tight all the way up. So now we have the hind legs of our gecko. Now we're gonna start to finish this end part. You're gonna do 2 of the main body color bead right behind these legs. Again, you put it on one side, you take the opposite side and thread it back through the opposite direction. So it makes that X like we were doing before, and you pull it tight all the way up. Next, we're gonna do just single beads because this is gonna be his tail. So I'm gonna start with the accent color because I like doing this every other pattern. It really doesn't matter which color you start with, but so you just do 1 bead, pull it all the way up, and then just switch every other so that you have a pattern, or you can do 1 color, then the other color. Really, it doesn't matter as long as you're just threading 1 bead on here at a time to make the gecko's tail. So you just keep going. Almost there, thread it back through, pull it up. And 2 more here. There's 1. And pull it all the way up. And my last bead here. So you're gonna end up with a total of 6 single beads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the tail. So once you get your last bead on there, you're just gonna go ahead and tie this in a double knot. Make sure you don't pull it too tight because it'll crinkle up the tail, but you do want it snug against that end bead so that it doesn't slide apart. So go ahead and tie that double knot. Grab your scissors. You can snip the tail of the ribbon a little bit shorter. Don't cut it too close because then it'll just fray and come apart, but you can cut those, and then go ahead, take your tape off, and you have your cute little gecko. There's your beaded gecko. So again, if you did our take and make craft bags, you will have all these supplies included in there, as well as the pattern and directions to follow. But again, if you have these supplies at your own house, feel free to make as many of these as you want. There's lots of different beaded animals that you can make, so have fun.